You did it! You just finished the final draft of your long-awaited masterpiece, and you've written in loads of visual effects that are sure to stand out in all the festivals. But just how many visual effects are there? The real answer might surprise you. I'm Jake, and I'm here to help filmmakers understand the nuances of producing visual effects in order to help them save both time and money when creating their independent productions. And one of the first things you'll need to do to bring your visual effects to life is to break down your screenplay. And that's exactly what we'll be doing today, breaking down a sample scene in order to get an idea of what sort of VFX you're looking for. And before we begin, if you'd like to break down your own screenplay or follow along with me, you can download our spreadsheet at the website vfxtogo.com/resources or click on the link in the description below. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more free resources and tips. First, let's open our spreadsheet. Right when we open it, you'll want to fill out the project title, date, and page count. If you're preparing this breakdown for someone else, this is where the preparer will include their name and contact email. From left to right, our columns include item number, for quick reference, pages. This is where to list the page or page range where the effect appears. Scene header is what scene will find the effect in. Effect description, the effect description as it appears in the screenplay. A checkbox for whether previs will be needed. And comments. If you're the filmmaker or writer breaking down your own script, this is where you may want to include a note about the effect that your VFX producer or team may need to consider as they review your breakdown. Now with that out of the way, today we'll be breaking down a one-page scene packed with action and VFX. So let's get into it. Exterior, desert road, day. A convoy of 5 SUVs travel down a desert road. The sound of a helicopter echoes in the distance, growing louder as it approaches. Interior, middle SUV, moving, continuous. A prisoner wearing an orange jumpsuit sits handcuffed in the center of the back seat. The prisoner is flanked by 2 federal agents on either side of him. Agent Garner, 40s, in the front passenger seat, begins to hear the growing sound of the approaching helicopter. Garner surveys the horizon, but before he can locate the source of the sound, the 2 lead SUVs are suddenly hit by rocket-propelled grenades and explode. The driver slams on the brakes. Back, back, back! The driver puts the vehicle in reverse, but before he can get far, the SUVs behind them explode. The vehicle brakes hard. Exterior, desert road, continuous. 4 of the 5 SUVs are ablaze, trapping the center SUV. Garner, the driver, and another agent from the back seat exit the vehicle with their rifles at the ready. Garner finally sees the helicopter circling around for another attack. He takes aim at the helicopter and fires a few 3-round bursts at it. A gunner perched in the skiff of the helicopter with a heavy machine gun returns fire. Garner takes cover on the opposite side of the SUV as the driver and the other agent are riddled with high-caliber rounds. Garner narrowly avoids being hit, with rounds impacting the vehicle just inches away from him. Well, that's a big one. Well, first, let's take a look at our location. Exterior, desert road, day. Now, I always try to approach a breakdown assuming that anything could be a VFX shot. That way, if it turns out that something in the description isn't a VFX shot, we can just scratch it off the list later. In this case, even the location could involve paint-out, set extension, or even a full CG replacement. Will production have all 5 SUVs, or will they want a few of them to be CG? Maybe it won't be anything at all. These questions may be answered later on when we get into previs, but I'll flag it for now and circle back to it later with the filmmaker. First, page number. Spoiler alert, everything's going to be page 1. It's a 1-page script. Next, scene header. Description. In this case, since there's possible VFX that may need to be done to the location in general, we'll just write in location with all caps. Now, this whole scene really will eventually need thorough storyboards and animatics to better inform the execution of the VFX, so you'll notice that basically everything in this breakdown will be labeled with previs needed. Moving on. Interior, middle SUV, moving, continuous. Alright, another location that could involve a chroma or LED screen, just another good one to flag. 2 lead SUVs are suddenly hit by rocket-propelled grenades and explode. Previs needed. The SUVs behind them explode. Next scene header. Exterior, desert road, continuous. Back to location. 4 of the 5 SUVs are ablaze. I imagine that since the main characters are surrounded by these burning vehicles, we may see this in a lot of our shots. Previs needed. Garner finally sees the helicopter circling around for another attack. Now, we don't know if they'll have a practical helicopter, so we'll add this here just in case. Garner fires a few 3-round bursts at it. These days, most gunfire effects are done digitally anyway, so we're going to add that. A gunner perched on the skiff of a helicopter with a heavy machine gun returns fire. Again, previs will be crucial. We'll need to know if they have a practical helicopter or if it's going to be CG. Who knows? Previs. Garner takes cover on the opposite side of the SUV as the driver and the other agent are riddled with high-caliber rounds. Here we have gunfire, blood, impacts, the works. Now, of course, you can't plan for the unexpected effects that may come up in post, like wire removals, sky replacements due to bad weather, removing a coffee cup that someone left on set.
Get bloody murdered. They stay that way.
But this is an incredibly important step in the VFX process, and I hope this gives you something to consider when breaking down your own screenplay for visual effects. Again, if you'd like to use my spreadsheet to break down your screenplay, just click on the link in the description and you can download the template from our website for free. And please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can follow along as I take this scene to storyboarding and previs, where we'll really get an idea of how to execute these VFX, so you won't want to miss out on that. I've been Jake, and until next time, remember to always reframe what's possible.